the law is written. Show me the written law.
In this video, I'll be sharing with us 7 presidential strategy to solve Nnamdi Kanu issue once and for all. Right? If I'm the president of this great nation, this is what I'm going to do. And I wish Tinubu would hear and do. One of the things Tinubu needs to do, or the government needs to separate the man from the message. You must understand that Nnamdi Kanu is a man and his message is not him. They are not the same. And before the message, there was a man. Nnamdi Kanu is just one man that represents the frustration, the anger, the years of neglect of so many people in the East. This is a fact. Nnamdi Kanu represents the pain, the frustration, the neglect felt by millions of youth in the East. You see, if the government could separate the message from the man, I think they can start seeing solution, right? But the problem they have right now, what I see, the problem is they are trying to fuse both the man and the message. That is why even during court session that is still ongoing, they did not find anything on him. They are trying to push, trying to force him to be guilty, to the point that the law, there is no written law down in Nigeria constitution that as to what this guy did, but they are trying to make sure that he's guilty. I think the government should first of all understand that there is a difference between this man and his message. If they can at least give a listening ear to what this man is agitating about, I think they can, and then try to solve it. Agitation will go. That's number one. The government should separate the message from the man. Number 2 things I would advise the government to do is to give a full legal and human rights review of Nnamdi Kanu detentions and procedures. And if by any means it's found that the court have erred, the court corrects itself transparently. It's not a big deal if the court can make mistake. If it is being found by the human rights review or the legal review of his detentions and procedures so far, and it has been seen that the court made a mistake, the court erred, the court should come out clean and say, okay, hey, we have made the mistake, and they correct themselves, and maybe in the presence of international observers, international human rights observers. You see, by so doing, you are restoring back trust in the judicial processes. You are bringing back trust to the court, and people begin to see you as a president who is fair and who is just. All right, regardless of whether it's Igbo, Yoruba, no, you should make sure that the court gives fair judgment. All right. Number 3, use presidential clemency when the time is right. Yes, if after looking into the whole case and you find out that the case is now political instead of criminal, it's no longer a criminal case, but now it's a political case, what you need to do as the president is to use your presidential clemency by giving him pardon or constitutional release. Simple as that. You do that, you restore faith in your government, you restore peace. Peace without truth is fragile, and justice without mercy is incomplete. Yes, peace without truth is fragile. Use your presidential clemency and settle this once and for all. Give him presidential pardon or constitutional release. But this must be agreed on peace on both sides, both from Nnamdi Kanu camp and the government camp. Let there be peace, all right? Because right now, what we need the most is peace, and not all this jamboree that's going on in the courts now, up and down. No. The president needs to do something, and he needs to do a decisive action that will bring peace, bring peace both in the Southeast and in the nation at large. And then number 4, address the root cause, not just the symbol. Address the root cause. We all know the root cause of this agitation. Address it. Let the Easterners have a say in what's happening in Nigeria. Let them bring them, invite them, appoint them to the table of national discussions. Appoint them. Do not segregate them as if they are not Nigerians. No, don't do that. Bring them in. Bring appoint leaders from the Southeast. Bring them, and you follow you, right? So bring those leaders. Bring them on the national table and discuss with them. Build federal Yeah, let there be federal presence in the southeast. Federal roads that is being allocated, let it be built. Show that these people belong to Nigeria. Show that they belong. You hardly see a state in USA trying to go away from USA. It's not possible. They have so many states, even more than Nigeria, but they are united. Reason being that every state feels loved, every state feels carried along, and they are proud to be called a citizen of America. But not many people in Nigeria is proud to be citizen of Nigeria, and it's an issue. And so, as a president, your duty is to make sure that the people of Nigeria are proud to be called Nigeria. They are proud to become a citizen of this beautiful nation. If people are proud to be called Nigerian, there's no way they want to go away. There's no way they want to separate themselves from the rest. It's not possible. It's possible. So address the root cause. Listen to what these people are complaining about. Listen to the agitations and then address it head on. And if you can do this, you will see that the agitation will die a natural death and people will be proud to be called Nigeria. Do anything you can to make sure that people are proud to be from Nigeria, like people are proud to be from America. Do that. Do that. We all know what we are doing, and we all know what we can do to make this nation better. Mr. President, I humbly plead, please do it. I want to be proud to be in Nigeria. I want to be proud, not just because of our entertainment that is booming, but let there be this sense of pride that I'm from this great, lovely, beautiful nation called Nigeria. All right, then number 5, end the era of fear. A good leader doesn't lead by fear. Nigeria is not a country of tribes. It is a country of destinies. We are one family with destinies. Like, oh God. One of the things I want you to do, Mr. President, is come down to the southeast, walk among the people, discuss with the people. Let the people feel that you are one of them. Right? It will build more trust and more. They will see you as a leader who listens. They see you as a leader that wants solution, not just talking. No. Come down, walk the street of southeast. Walk. Have meetings with their leaders, their igwes, their ozors, the elders of Southeast. Have meeting with them, discuss with them, find a lasting peace. What are they talking about? Listen to the leaders, listen to the youth, listen to the women, listen to the children. And if you can do this, their perception of you will change. Those that didn't like you begin to like you. No. Even though I didn't like this Tinubu before, but this thing is doing now, I'm gonna like you. They will have no choice but to like you. Walk among your people. Walk. Discuss. Come on. It's not rocket science. This is what many presidents of nations are doing. Identify with your people. And lastly, but not the least, shape a new national narrative. Yes. Let there be a new national narrative that there is there's no segregation, there's no neglect. No region should be neglected. Every region should be included in whatever that is happening in the nation. Divide the national cake equally to all regions. See to it that the rule of law is being respected. See to it that there is fairness, there is justice. See to it, and you see all these agitations will crumble, they will just die. Let people believe back in Nigeria.